I was terrible at art at school, but I always just kept drawing. Yeah, just don't worry about people's opinions. You just got to be authentic to yourself. Hi, I'm Nick Dynan, aka Me Old China, and I'm here with Barber International Unlocked to talk about all things Me Old China.
Do you want to introduce where you came from and how you got into what you do now?
I grew up in Sussex, moved to London maybe 12 years ago, worked as a graphic designer, got made redundant, went freelance, and then some of my clients just stopped sending me work, and I had this big void of time and money that I needed to fill in. So I had a bit of an epiphany on the sofa. I was like, I want to work on ceramics. And then the next day went and did like a pottery class. Yeah, I just fell in love with it straight away. I'm clammy and nervous in front of the camera. My dad's from South London, and he always used to say Me Old China plate, mate. I made that first vase and it was a China vase. And I was thinking of that, and then old English fonts, and I was just trying to tie it all together while I was doing the brand identity, and it just kind of came from there. Growing up, I've always had this itch that's needed scratching, whether it was like doing nighttime photography with film and like long exposures when I was younger, or painting graffiti. And me and my parents, we used to drive to the south of France to go camping every summer. My parents would pull over at any abandoned building so we could go and explore it and look at the graffiti inside for me when I was like 12, 13. That was definitely massively informative for me. It just allowed it to be okay. Just like, if you're into that, that's fine. Just don't get into trouble, sort of thing. And that just got me hooked on drawing. I just always had black books, sketching. My thing that I came up with was like purveyor of heirlooms. It's not something that you can resell because it might have like your wedding dates on it, or all your family's names, or your dead dog, or whatever. It's something that you buy and you keep, and you just want to pass it to the next person.
Do you think it's important to stay original in your craft?
Yeah, definitely. You've definitely always got to stay original to yourself and authentic to yourself. I'm always drawing from things that I've done previously. And if I was just trying to draw from subjects I have no understanding of, I think it would come across very quickly that it's not authentic because he doesn't know the minutiae of that subject matter, or like the little things about it. So you've always just got to not try and be someone you're not.
Were there moments early on where you felt resistance to do things differently?
There's definitely lots of people doubting what I was doing. I remember even my wife was like, you can't put swear words on a vase. You can't, like, no one's gonna want that. And I was like, I promise you people are gonna want that. Maybe it's not for my wife and that type of person, but it might be for someone else who does get it, sort of thing.
It would be great if your wife was on board though, I guess.
She's on board now, yeah. I do everything, yeah. Sandal vases, paint them white, sketch them, paint them, dip them, fire them, package them. Someone texted me and he was like, mate, people love them. You can just go and get them mass produced now. It's like, that's not the point of what I'm doing. Like, I don't do it for selling millions of items. I do it because I like making stuff. Have you ever seen the video of Alan Watts' What If Money Were No Object? If you haven't seen that, go and watch that, and I guarantee you'll either quit your job or you'll start pursuing something in your spare time of what you actually want to do. What he's saying is, if money were no object, what would you do with the rest of your life? And he's like, well, go and do that, because eventually you'll become an expert at it and money will follow on from that. It's like, just go for it. Draw from what you know and then just roll with it.